can't believe we are still talking about the sexual harassment cases. It's blown out of proportion. Every company has some problems. Let's move on.
Are you serious? Man, this is a real problem. It's not about blowing things out of proportion. It's about creating a safe and respectful environment for our employees. We can't just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, whatever, but with more serious issues to deal with, who really cares about that? Travis is completely overwhelmed with all the criticism he has been getting for no reason at all.
Man, of course he is. Look, he has been giving it all just to keep his power inside the company. For example, he has been delaying going public for so long, which is so unfair, man.
But what's wrong with that? He's doing a great job and his vision has brought us this far.
But it's not about that, it's about transparency and accountability. We need independent directors to ensure that the board can oversee the CEO's decisions. Otherwise, we are just rubber stamping everything.
Independent directors? Ha! We don't need outsiders dealing with our affairs. The CEO knows what is the best for the company.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. The board is heavily influenced by the CEO's decision, by his power. We need checks and balances. Checks and balances. Only that, okay? It's about corporate governance and integrity.
Man, who needs integrity? We have super voting rights. Do you not like the feel of the power?
But what is the point of having such rights if I have to back every single time up decisions of Travis? Come on. Every single time. Not even to mention that Travis has been burning capital all the way non-stop. This is crazy, man. It's literally unsustainable.
Nah, capital burning is therefore an investment in our future. We need to grow, and growth requires spending. You can make omelets without breaking some eggs.
I get it, though it's about fiscal responsibility. We can't keep burning cash without a clear path of profitability.
You know, folks, as I listen to your conversation about Uber's problems, well, it reminds me of my days as consultant. Uber pretends to go public with an IPO, right? Well, it definitely can carry some costs like registration fees, lawyers, actually auditors too. Well, but in the long run, it can be quite beneficial for the company. See, going public with an IPO can help Uber raise capital, increase liquidity, and even improve the company's reputation. At least that's what I've read, you know. But I would say that you should consider some key points. First, when it comes to selecting board members, Uber should have a clear and robust process that ensures diversity, independence, and also expertise. The actual CEO could nominate potential directors, but it's crucial that they get the approval of the majority of the board members, you know. This way, decisions won't be based on personal interests, and also the stakeholders will be represented.
Yeah, that makes sense. We do need a diversified board and more balanced one.
And talking about independence, I think Uber should have more independent directors, maybe even more than the US regulation requires, you know. This can help bring more organization to the company's structure and provide an objective perspective during decision making.
Yeah, I guess, but what is your saying on the super voting rights?
Next up, voting rights. It's crucial that Uber has a fair and transparent system. Like, for example, in my opinion, all the shares should convert to one vote per share status, you know. This way, no single shareholder can wield too much influence, you know, and everyone has an equal say in how the company should be governed.
Yeah, that would certainly level up the playing field.
Now, about treating new investors, I think Uber should be more open with the board members about investments and also potential synergies like SoftBank's investment. Negotiation with SoftBank to establish like clear guidelines maybe even guaranteeing them one board seat initially, can help maintain the stability.
Negotiating with the SoftBank, got it.
When it comes to choosing future CEOs, I think Uber should set some clear criteria like leadership skills and also experience. This ensures that the company's leadership aligns with the values and goals of the company.
Look, it seems like this could make a real difference.
Indeed, they can. These safeguards help ensure the company is well governed and accountable to all stakeholders, which in turn boosts investor confidence and makes Uber more attractive to potential investors.
Today's discussion on Uber Governance Challenge has shed light on some crucial lessons that extend beyond this specific case. These insights have far-reaching implications for corporate settings across the board.
First and foremost, we've emphasized the paramount importance of transparency and accountability in corporate governance. As we've seen, companies that lack these fundamental principles often find themselves embroiled in PR crises, legal entanglements, and severe damage to their reputations. Transparency and accountability are the bedrock upon which trust and credibility are built.
Secondly, we have stressed the need for diverse and independent boards. Uber case illustrates that boards too closely aligned with CEO or other insiders can lead to conflicts of interest and compromise sound governance practices. A variety of perspectives from independent directors can ensure that decisions are made in the best interest of shareholders.
Our discussion has also underscored the role of corporate culture in governance. A culture that prioritizes aggressive competition and rule breaking can be resistant to necessary changes, and this can result in a slew of governance challenges. Cultivating a culture that values ethics and compliance is essential for long-term success.
Lastly, we've emphasized the critical role of ethical leadership. Companies that prioritize short-term gains over long-term sustainability can face numerous governance challenges. Ethical leadership is not just a moral imperative, it is a strategic one.
In conclusion, Uber's governance challenges offer invaluable insights applicable to various corporate settings. Companies that prioritize transparency, accountability, diversity, independence, corporate culture, and ethical leadership are not only more likely to succeed in the long term, but also better equipped to avoid the governance pitfalls faced by Uber. These principles should serve as guiding lights for corporate governance in the 21st century. Thank you.